Hello, everybody. Greetings, 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 greetings. Who do we got here? We got Tracy. Hi, Tracy. We got Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Oh, hey, Allie. How you doing? Brilliant Life's Journey Home. Ooh. Now, honey, now that is a user name. Okay? That is a username. We got Deja. Hi, Deja. Oh, is this Syrian? Hi, hello. Hi, China. Hi, Fran. Hi, Heather. Greetings, Heather. Hey, Starfire. Oh, your name's Faith. Hi, Faith. Hi, Sophia. Hey, greetings. I am very happy to see all of you here. All right, we are here. Hey, Sierra. We're live both on the Clock app and on the YT. And today is April. We are in April. Good God Almighty. In the crux of the Aries season. In the crux. Okay? We're in the crux of the Aries season. Good God Almighty, y'all. Good God Almighty. Ooh. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Good God. Hi, Curly Cowboy. Curly Cowboy. Greetings. Aries in the house. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Here the Aries go. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Darcell Andre, holistic and esoteric teacher, honey, and psychic seer. And every Sunday, at noon Central Standard Time, we have this. We have our weekly reading where we tap into some of the things, honey, that the Spirit wants us to know for this upcoming week. Messages and the like. Hey, lovely Lily, greetings. And there we go. Oftentimes, the Spirit gives us messages that are not only pertaining to the week, to the energy of the week, but it'd be like throughout the year. So we're just collectively here for what the Spirit has to say. Understand that this is being a collective reading for the collective, okay? So this is not the time for you to say about what it is that you want information on. In fact, this is just for you to hear and receive it. Okay, it's not that. But while we are here waiting, I just want the people to know. I want the people to know that they can go on to the link in my bio and get the Ancestor Oracle cards created, illustrated by yours truly. All right, yes, they're here. Yes, they're great. You can go on and pre-order those. All right, they are available. The link in the bio. It is a 48 card ancestral oracle deck. All right, it has 12 ancestral archetypes. It has 12 objects, 12 proverbs, and I believe it is 12 places as well that comprise this deck. And it is an excellent tool for you to use to connect with your ancestors. If you want to do some form of divination and connection with your ancestors, these are illustrated with my specific ancestors. So this is ancestral veneration for myself and an ancestral tool for you. All right, so there you have it. And so, hey, y'all, greetings, greetings. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and tap in. All right, let's tap into this and get ourselves some good old information. If you know about me, you know the one thing that I will do with my Pisces rising, and Pisces moon is to play ocean sounds while I tap in and channel. I also have some oracle and tarot that I will use as well to clarify the channel messages, but that's what we'll do. So let's play some good old ocean sounds, honey, while we wait. All right. And so y'all could play it in the background, honey. Meditate, journal, do whatever it is you want to do in the mean and between time. All right? Let's go ahead and tap in. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and get started here whilst we're here. Um, Normally I take some more time, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this. For those that are just tuning in, greetings. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm Darcell. All right, we're doing a weekly reading today. So the first thing that the spirit showed me here was, and I believe we also talked about this last week. I believe I may be incorrect on that. However, if you're in the Patreon, we had a conversation about the sacred geometry and revolving the circle. So the spirit is putting an emphasis for the collective on understanding the sacred geometry of the circle. All right. And so this has many different parts to this, y'all. One, One thing about a circle, of course, we know about 360, right? 360 degrees, all sides, all right? There's some of us here who are in the midst of a back and forth or argument or disagreement with a friend and or family member, but it's someone close to you. All right. But what happens is you are dealing with this situation as if there are not other sides and other perspectives that need to be explored. All right. Those of you here, honey, you maintain that your perspective is the correct perspective because that is the only perspective that you choose to see. If you so dared to be considerate or to ask questions, all right, instead of just going in head first with your single perspective, you will really see that if you're actually someone working for resolve here, things will be resolved. All right. But we just have this one track perspective. The power of the circle is that it's all sides here, y'all. And we have to be able and willing to see other sides to situations, even the situations that have offended us and hurt us. Okay? We got to be able to see all sides. And therefore, there are going to be some things coming up and showing up and challenging this idea that there are all sides, okay? It does not profit you this week to stay stuck to and rather stubborn with your own single perspective. It does not profit you in that way. And a lot of us don't like that because, you know, when you feel as though you've been done wrong, you know, your main focus is, you know, being done right or being avenged in one way or the other. However, there's a lot more to be gained and a lot more to learn with this circle perspective. That's one. The element of the 360 and the all sides, okay? The other aspect of the circle that the Spirit wants to talk about is how things come back around, all right? Not just in the place of karma, right? Not just in the sense of either a payback or, you know, in such a negative sense. However, the principle of the things coming back around is also a way in which the Spirit reveals to you what needs to be healed. All right. So that feeling, that trauma, that experience, all right, that you need to have a different perspective on will circle back around and come back through another person. Okay. And you will sit there and look at this person and be like, this reminds me of this. And that is an indication of what you need to be healing and or transforming. All right. Prime example, a lot of people end up having relationship problems that when investigated mirror directly the unresolved issues they have with their parents. All right? So that is the way in which it comes back around. All right? Now, you ask, okay, well, some of the people that you need to forgive are not in the physical realm anymore. So, how do you heal that, Darcell? How do you address that which cannot be addressed in the physical because the person that I got beef with has died? We must then say, I have beef with a person who is dead. Okay. So when we say it like that, okay, we automatically need to make some adjustments here. All right? But on a more serious note, if you cannot have that conversation with this individual, that sounds so petty. It does sound petty, Kristen. If you cannot communicate with this individual and correct it by way of communication, then you must heal the thought that comes up. Okay? So, if what this person did, caused you to feel as though you were unloved or not worthy or something to that effect, right? And you know that is the case because when things happen, you get triggered, and that thought of I'm unworthy, I'm less than, all that shows up to the forefront, right? Okay? Then you need to investigate that thought, because that thought is the only thing that's hurting anybody. The thought that you are not worthy and useless and not loved is the only thing that's hurting you right now. This person is dead. So you must address the thought. The first thing you need to address is the facts here. Is that actually what is true? Can you really look in your life, even those of you with children, and say that there's no one that loves you? You cannot do that. Okay? Let's look at the facts here. So this is not true. If you exist, that means that the divine spirit, the divine source of all that is, honey, the mother energy, to which whom you are a part of, and has designed a plan and a life course for you, that would mean that none of that exists and you don't exist, because all there is love, and what is all encompassing has no opposite. Okay? It just can appear that it does. Okay? I don't know if all there is love, the opposite of all is nothing. Okay? So all this other stuff, so the thought in and of itself is incorrect. All right? The thought in and of itself is incorrect. So you address the facts. This is untrue. This is not true. Now, you then think about that person. You cannot expect someone who did not have the tools to be loving, understanding, kind, and communicative to have been that for you. You cannot do something that you do not know how to do. And one thing that we know is that people deal with traumas differently. So a lot of the people that we can be upset with have had horrific experiences that made them that way. Regardless of if you want to give the person a break or that, it don't have nothing to do with that. It has the whole point. It has everything to do with the fact that this person is dead and you are walking around here in misery. You must address the thought and heal the thought. Pull out what is true and what is untrue. And affirm that truth within yourself. So when that thought comes up, it's just like after you get a surgery, honey, you still got inflammation and pain, but you still have to work through that pain. All right? Otherwise, it's going to lock up on you. What they say, honey, it'll get stiff on you. All right? So when the thought comes up, you must course correct the thought immediately. See, this is why I feel so broken. No one loves me. Delete, delete, delete. None of that is true. That's nothing but fear talking and my past self talking. That is not the truth. I know that I am loved. I know that I am important. And I know that I matter despite what emotion can be coming through my body. Remember, emotion, energy in motion. That means the emotion passes. That's why we don't make decisions when we're upset. All right? Because this energy that has us up here is supposed to pass through and will pass. And we end up doing things that we regret. Okay? So that's that. In addition to that, so we address those two different perspectives here, or there's two different angles that the Spirit wants us to talk about as pertains to circle. There's another. Wholeness, y'all. Wholeness. That is what the circle represents. Wholeness. It represents the feminine. It represents the womb. All right? That's what this represents. If you're on the Clock app and you want to catch the playback, it will be available on YT. Okay? Wholeness. It represents the womb. It represents water, honey. It represents eternal. All right? But really the emphasis for what the Spirit is bringing up here is wholeness. So, you know, right here in my title, I am a holistic teacher. Meaning that when you have a session with me, or just as we're doing this here, I'm not just going to tell you to go shake some rocks, blow some smoke, use these herbs, and lay down and let the Spirit handle it. No. I'm going to tell you that you have a mind, you have a body, and you have a soul. Mind, body, and a soul. There's a spiritual element to you, there's a physical element to you, and there is a mental element to you that has to be well. I love the fact that you go to your altar every day. I love the fact that you do your prayers every day. But if you are still getting high every hour because you are an escapist and you don't want to deal with the present reality, that is a problem. If you, for instance, got your mind together, honey, you know all about traumas, you could call out a narcissist like that. All right, you know all the words, honey, you are excellent, you are educated, honey, you know about every single herb or whatever, but you have no daily spiritual practice, that is a problem. If the only thing you do is eat right and work out, but you haven't addressed the thought processes, the dominant negative thought patterns, or the automatic negative thought patterns, and or you have no connection to your ancestors, no connection to your higher self, for me, that is a problem. That can be adjusted and corrected. But you have to know, y'all, there's a whole self here. You are a whole being. So as a whole being, you must focus on your wholeness holistically. So I want you to ask yourself, do this as a daily check-in for yourself. It shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. Before you get up and do anything, before you get up and fall out at the altar, before you get up and run your lap or jog, before you get up and make your breakfast, I want you to take one slow, deep breath in and breathe out before you even touch your phone. One slow, deep breath in and out for your mind. One slow, deep breath in and out for your body. And one slow, deep breath in and out for your soul. And I want you to search your mind and ask yourself, how am I? How am I in my mind? Okay? I then want you to ask yourself, how am I in my physical body? Is there pain here? Is there not pain here? How does my stomach feel? How do I physically feel in my body? Okay? And then ask your soul, ask your spirit, how do I feel? That helps you to stay present with yourself. Hi, Ace. That helps you to stay present with yourself. That is a check-in, a 3-point check-in. All right? Do that. Because what happens is we are so used to getting up and going, getting up and scrolling, running over to the altar, that we don't even check in with ourselves, period. So you must do that. You must check in with self. So I want you to do that. Remember, holistic. Sir, you looking good. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we must check in with the whole self. Y'all can't be forgetting these other elements here. You can't forget the mind and the body because you over here, you are so deep in the spiritual. You can't forget your mind because you are so deep in the physical. You can't forget your spirit because you are so deep in the mind and or the physical. All must be well. That is holistic living, and that is the way in which the ancestors, that is what they would encourage you and are encouraging you to do. And the spirit is. So understanding those elements of what? The circle. All must be well. Because what good, prime example, those who've taken class with or who's in the Patreon know this. We talked about happiness. All these people say, if I had this much money, all my problems will be taken, it'll be taken away. Well, let me give you this information before we continue. There was a study done on lottery winners. And the study showed that within a year of winning the money, whether it was $700,000, $10,000, $2 million, $10 million, within a year's time, the individual returned back to their original state of happiness, their original emotional state. So, if they were chronically depressed before they won the money, within a year's time, they were chronically depressed again. If they was clicking their heels 3 times, jumping up in the air, cartwheeling before they won the money, they was jumping up in the air, clicking their heels, cartwheeling a year after. Which tells us what? The money does not really have anything to do with the happiness like you would believe, or like you want to believe it does. In fact, external circumstances, money, job, house, people outside of you, relationships, it's only 10% of your happiness. %50 of your happiness comes by way of genetics. Meaning, if you grew up in a home where the people were chronically, honey, that it was sad, it was depressive, it was everything every day, and that's how they were, you more than likely pick that up from them. %40 of your happiness is from your internal environment. %40 of your happiness is from your internal environment. And this is the beauty. That 56 that comes from genetics, that is truly more so learned behaviors. Which means that your internal environment can start to shift what it is you got from your genetics. What it is you got and picked up from your parents. And then stepping into the spirit, the universal law of correspondence states that your internal environment projects to your external environment. Which then means that your internal environment, the 40%, not only influences and can change that 50% from the parents, but can also directly change that 10%. In which case, I conclude that your happiness is based off your internal environment. And you keep your internal environment by keeping yourself holistically well. Am I teaching today? Am I, y'all, am I teaching today? Is that what this is? Is there some teaching happening today? Did you see how I came back around 360? Do you see how we went back over here and reviewed these other things and came back to a clearer point? Okay? This is what the Spirit is saying here today. Holistic. Now, the Spirit also wants me to address those of us who have a upset and or a fear with starting over. Because this is also the principle of the circle. People say, don't make a you want to make a 180, not a 360, because you end up in the same point, in the same place. I'm coming today to challenge that thought. Because the thing is that we don't want to start again. We don't want to start our journey again. We don't want to do this over. We don't want to have to restart. We don't want to do this because of that fallacy in thinking. That if we start again, we are starting over from zero. Lies, all the lies that you tell. And I'm going to explain why. A lot of us don't start things out of fear of failure. Okay? We don't start things, period, out of fear of failure. To that I say, the only guaranteed way to fail is to not do. Okay? The only guaranteed way to fail is to not do. Because if you did it and you failed, you got something from the experience so that you could learn how to do it better next time. Or better again. That's 360. That's 360. So you are not starting from zero. You are starting clearer. You are starting with more information than you had. So that coming back around is you getting the clarity. Finding out, oh, that's what I did. This is what I need to do next time. Okay, I got this in alignment. Boom. Now I can start again better. So it is not this idea, man, I want to start all over. Oh, I just want to. So would you want to have continued doing it wrong? Would you have rather had to start it all over 10 years in, or what? Tell me when you would have wanted to start over so we can know. I can tell you like this, y'all. My fitness journey, my wellness journey, now that I've lost over 30-something pounds since the start of this year, I had attempted to get well at least 10 times for about 10 years. And the reality was I was never going to get where I wanted to get until I understood the sacred geometry of the circle. Until I understood that the distractions that would show up for me was something coming back around to me that was not healed. Until I got clear about that. Until I understood the circle, I wasn't able to get out of the loop. Did y'all catch it? Until I understood the circle, I was not able to get out of the loop. So this is what we got to understand. It is nothing wrong with starting again. Because when you start again, you start clearer. You start better. You start more open. You start more available. You start with more information. And you are able to proceed forward better. So the Spirit needs us to understand that. All right. Come on, Christina. Christina on YT said, I read somewhere, don't be afraid to start over because you're starting from scratch. Because you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with experience. That part. All those parts. Now, here we go. This is the next part. The Spirit is tapping into the physical. Okay? The Spirit is putting an emphasis on the stomach and detoxifying the gut and keeping the gut well. Some of y'all, you know you ain't been eating right. You know you ain't been drinking right. Okay? Some of us, we are emotional eaters. We are stress eaters. We know that. Okay? When they're looking for causes of blood pressure and or diabetes, One of the ways in which they could tell and detect is by a buildup of either inflammation and or fat cells in the gut. All right? It is very critical for us within this week to get our wigs on tight and get our heads on straight as it pertains to our gut health, what we put into the body. Those are great. Dandelion and marshmallow root tea, excellent. What we put into the body. I need us to look at this here in spiritual principle form. Sowing a seed. What you put into something is what you get out of it. And so if you are putting into your body harm, if you are putting into your body foods that's taking you out, drinks and alcohol that is quite literally poison, there is something to be said about that, y'all. Because not taking care of your physical self is also you working against your work. You trying to, listen, prime example. Now tell me how much sense this made. Let's say, in an example, you are in the midst of a spiritual warfare, girl. You battling it out. You are battling it out. Somebody sent you some stuff, honey. Sent you some workings, and you had to send it back, and y'all windmilling it out. Well, if they're sending you work to destroy you and break you down, you drinking vodka every night is assisting in their work. If they're sending you work to break you down, you swallowing deep fried, double fried, turkey wings, turkey necks, hog maws, triple baked butter biscuits, fatback, deep fried, triple caramelized onion rings, smothered turkey necks, wrapped in bacon. You are helping them with their work. They're like, I may not be able to get the marriage to fall apart, but I can make the heart stop. She is going to have a heart attack. Okay? Please. Please. I may not be able to crash her business, but if she have a stroke, she gonna have to stop working. So I don't really get into the low vibrational conversations. I don't get into the conversation of, you think people that eat meat is low vibrational or people that don't eat meat is low vibrational. I would say if you are putting something in your body that is killing you, yes. So, whatever that means to you. Okay? And that's not just food. Some of y'all keep putting these toxic relationship partners in your body, but you... Is y'all all right? I'm just the messenger. Next, gut health. Okay? Great herbs for the gut. All right? Ginger. Ginger is excellent for the gut. Turmeric is excellent for the gut. Cinnamon is excellent for the gut. Coriander is excellent for the gut. Okay? Apples are great for the gut. Okay? Our good old leafy greens are great for the gut. All right? Anything that is anti-inflammatory is great. Okay? It's great. Also, the gut holds 70% of our immune system. So, y'all, as much as the children love about, let me not be shady with that. The people who have said they detected in their spirit, or their spirit team told them that we have another pandemic and everything coming up and all that type of stuff. Well, that's the case. Your gut health is really important. Because when we was in the pandemic, I was in there, honey, the hog mouse, the pork and beans, the pork chop, the lamb chop, the chicken, the beef, the triple fried this, all of that was sold out. But when I looked at the vegetables, I said, oh, there was plenty. Okay? Anything probiotic. Tracy said, I have a bottle of probiotics I haven't even been taking. See? So, you really want to make sure your gut health is together. All right? Citrus, anything citrus is excellent. If you cannot do citrus, tea-wise, hibiscus tea is amazing for vitamin C benefits. All right? Yes. Yes, star anise is really good for that. Come on. Fenugreek, peppermint. Come on, Lena. Calendula. Yes. Come on, Lena. All right? Absolutely. So we need to put an emphasis on our gut health. Some of y'all got packs and packs of detox teas that y'all bought it because you thought it was cute, honey. And you didn't really put the things to use. You need to do it. All right? You need to do it. And also, what's going on with the water intake? Low non-water intake. Okay, let's do it. What do we say for hormonal imbalances? Ashwagandha is great for hormonal imbalances, and black cohosh. Allegedly. You take you do your own research, and check in with your primary care physician. But those are really great for that. Okay? And also exercising is really great to help with balancing hormones. What do we say? Holistic living. Okay. Listen, the spirit was not playing with us today. Let me just get some oracle messages for us to close up here, and perhaps some crystals for us as well that we need to be working with and utilizing. Okay. Yes, now, massage therapist, you know this. Also, y'all, if y'all are not in the Patreon, what's going on? We got class tomorrow. All right, if y'all not in the Patreon, get into the Patreon. The link is in the bio for that. Guess all these chips ain't holistic. No. Ha ha! Listen, you can have you a chip or two, but I mean, we be sitting here with full bags of Cheeto Puffs and Doritos and things. And, ooh, good God Almighty. All right. The first oracle message that comes out here is weight of the world, which has to do with boundaries. But these boundaries are less about keeping other people out or away from you, but much rather keeping yourself within a parameter. Meaning specifically, we be Captain Save a Ho so bad. Excuse me. But we be Captain Save a Ho so bad that we go out, okay, and we come back home feeling upset, worn out, and tired, stressed out, not even about things that we're dealing with, but things that other people are dealing with. It's not your burden to carry. We be walking the floor all night long behind people. Grown people. Grown people with spirit teams. Like you. Grown people. Okay? Stop stressing yourself into illness behind grown people. Okay? Don't be carrying all this weight. Just like the circle, being connected to the water. What did that song says? I think you better let it go. It looks like another love TKO. Let it go, please. It's not yours. So examine this week if the weight and the burden you've been really carrying is for yourself. Or are you carrying the burden and the weight for your parents? and your siblings and some of your adult friends. Okay? Darcell, I need all of this. I quit my job yesterday on the 1st to do a 30-day reset of my life. I'm ready to get back into entrepreneurship. Listen to the spirit. You confirmed I made the right choice. Congratulations, Ace. Congratulations. The next thing that I want to tell you, and this supports you too, Ace. There's a lot of reasons. You've heard me say this before. You cannot fail at what it is you have been called and or destined to do. You can't fail at that. You can't fail. You can't fail at it. One large reason as to why you can't fail at it is because each soul has its own energy, its own purpose, and its own ability, and rather function in the universe. Okay? And so if you have chosen this lifetime to live, those things that you naturally navigate to, the things that you are good at, okay? The things that you are passionate about, guess what? You've done it before. This is a part of your soul's function. You have done this before. So all of this, I don't know if I'm really good at, you have done this before. Your brain may not recall it, remember, but your soul recalls it. When you recall something, you call that forth. So here we go. If you are getting ready to do something that you feel led to do, that you know is a part of your destiny, but you are frightened to do it for whatever reason you have made up in your mind, this is what I want you to do. Breathe. 3 deep breaths. Here we go. Mind, body, and spirit. Honey, triangular breathing. All right? Mind, body, and spirit. Even in your meditation, I would like for you to visualize a golden dot right here, drawing up to the top here, another golden dot, making one golden line, drawing down here to another golden dot, and across here, creating a triangle around your head. Okay? This is calling forth all of that knowledge here within your body, within your mind, and within your soul or spirit. And I want you to call forth, to recall, to call again, to call forth your spirit's knowledge. Call it forth. And while you're in that, call forth your soul's or your spirit's strength. Call it forth. Then call forth your mind's ability to problem solve. Call that forth. Call forth your mind's ability to strategize. Call that forth. Then call forth your body's ability to execute. Call that forth. With that triangle. Do your 3 breaths. Call each one forth. And then begin. And you will find that very easily things gonna start trickling. Oh, yeah, I could do this. Oh, yeah, no. Well, it's not that bad. That's just like this. Okay, yeah, I'm able to understand this. I can do this. Yeah. Well, I speak in front of people all the time. Really, I can do it. I know that. I know. Yeah, I can practice here. But guess what? I know how I could practice this. I know how I could do it. Oh, okay, shoot, I could do that. That's so. Oh my God, I could just. Okay. Bet. Okay. It's possible to tell your spirit team to tell someone else's spirit team to find someone else to play with. Yes. Just tell her, honey. Okay? And I want to encourage you with this as well, and I've said it before about baby steps. The Spirit has brought this forth here about baby steps. Any type of progress is progress, period. Any step forward is a step forward. You can reevaluate and say, I could be doing more. Yes, you could. But you are doing something. Okay? Again, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. The wisdom that the Spirit told me. Stop measuring your steps in miles. If you keep looking at the mile, you will sit up here and say, I have only walked 1 mile. That's it. 1 mile. That ain't nothing. And you will overshadow and disregard the fact that you have made over 2,000 steps. So there are over 2,000 steps in a mile. And you will sit there and say, I only walk 1 mile. And discount the fact that you have made 2,000 steps. Honor your steps this week. Assess your steps. See where you could do more. Okay? And see the things come to fruition. Okay? Do you do private readings? Yes, I do, but my calendar is closed to private readings until the 17th of April. And, but I do have text message readings available if you would like one of those. But my private sessions they're closed. Unless you book a root working consultation, then that is open. Okay? Well, my beloveds, we are at the hour. I want to encourage you all to go to the YT and click subscribe. Okay, let's start here. If you want to watch a playback of this or send this to somebody, do that. Watch the playback, send it forth, honey. Okay? If you would like to get a text message reading that I have available right now, you could go to the link in my bio and you can book that. If you want to get a private session, I won't be my list. I won't be able to do private sessions until after April 17th. So my list is close to that. But if you do want some root working consultation or you need some root working and things done for you, I'm able to help you with that. You can book that consultation there. All right. Also, make sure you go to the link in my bio, my dear, and pre-order my oracle cards. All right. Don't be one of the people that try to get it, honey, when it's hot. Okay. Don't be one of the people trying to get it when you see everybody on the clock app doing their readings with it. Don't wait. Don't be one of the people trying to get it then. Be in the number. Oh Lord, I want to be in that number when the oracle cards get shipped out. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. So yes, I love you. Go forth and conquer. Be great. Be well. Take care of your whole self. Make sure your mind is in order. Make sure your body is in order. Make sure that your spirit is in order. Remember the check-in I told you to do. Remember that triangular situation, visualization I told you to do. And be great, as I know that you are. I love y'all. Peace. Patreon, I'll see you all tomorrow for class. Peace, everybody. Peace.